Hey everyone, Jake here for American Muscle, and in this video we're taking a look at the Eibach 20mm Pro Spacer hub-centric wheel spacers fitting the 2010 and newer Camaro. If you want to make your Camaro look beefier and more aggressive without having to spend a ton on new wheels and suspension, this is going to be your answer. These are a really simple solution to get a cool look for your Camaro without having to spend a lot of time to do it. Adding wheel spacers effectively just pushes your wheels further out from the body of your car, effectively adding offset. And while some just act as shims and sit right over top of your stock lugs, these are a little different as they have integrated studs. So you can get more width in a safer manner as everything is going to get bolted and torqued down properly here. You're going to be able to utilize the full length of the stud here. Now these are 20mm spacers or about 3/4 of an inch thick. So if your Camaro is running otherwise stock wheels that are inset from the fenders, these should give you quite a bit of additional poke. Now it is worth noting here that these are going to require that your wheels have cutouts for the hubs that are about 11mm in depth in order to get these fitted properly. So double check that before you buy. One other thing that is worth noting is obviously there are only 2 of these up here on the table. That means they are sold in pairs. So if you want to do all 4 wheels, you're going to have to buy 2 sets of these. Spacers are a simple thing, there's no moving parts here, but it is important that they're done right, especially since these are going to be securing your wheels to your car. Now these are constructed using high-strength aluminum alloy, and they're precision engineered to fit right over your stock wheel hubs, so there won't be any issues with wheel balance or with clearance. And since they're aluminum, they're also lighter than traditional steel spacers too, and they come with the studs already pressed in as well, so you don't have to worry about any assembly really. You're just going to bolt these on and then put your wheels on as normal, but we'll talk more about that in a moment. Pricing comes in at about $250 for the pair. Now that is definitely a premium price, but you're paying extra for Eibach's engineering prowess and that aluminum material. But $250 is likely less than what you'd spend on a set of wheels or suspension, so these are going to give you an improved stance for comparatively little money. But again, just remember, if you do want to do all 4 wheels, you're going to need to buy 2 sets. Installation is going to get a 1 out of 3 on our difficulty meter, and the job should only take you around 1 hour to complete. If you can remove and bolt your wheels back on, you can install these pretty easily. It's really just about as simple as that. You'll use the included lugs to bolt these onto your factory wheel hubs, and then you're going to put your wheels right on top and tighten your lug nuts down to spec. How easy is that? So with that, let's head on out to the shop now and we'll show you what the process looks like.
For this install, you will need an impact, small extension, 19 and 21mm sockets, in our case a wheel lug key. Also not shown here is a floor jack, some anti-seize, a wire brush, and possibly some blue Loctite. What's up guys, today we're going to be installing some wheel spacers on our Camaro, so let's get started. Alrighty guys, so this is going to be a very basic part to install. So what we've gone ahead and done here is we've got our jack in position. We're just going to jack up the front of our vehicle, go ahead and pull our wheel off, and then we'll get ready to install our spacer. Alright, so we've got our wheel up off the ground here. We'll go ahead and pull our wheel. Alright guys, so we've got the car jacked up, we've got the wheel off the ground. Now we're going to go ahead and pull our wheel. So for our specific wheels, we have our lug key. We're going to use a 21mm socket on our impact. This may vary depending on the wheel and lug nut setup you have. This is just for ours. Now if you're using hand tools for this, you want to make sure to crack those lug nuts loose before you jack the car up, because the weight of the car and the wheel's resistance is going to allow that. If you try to do it while it's in the air, it's not going to work out well. Once we have all our lug nuts off, we'll go ahead and pull our wheel. Alrighty guys, so now that we have the wheel off, we can go ahead and install our spacer. Now there's a couple things to note here. You definitely want to make sure there's no extending corrosion on the base of your rotor here. That's going to prevent a flush fit for your spacer. And you can take a wire wheel or something and kind of clean up the face of your rotor hat before you do this. You can even apply a little bit of anti-seize to the back of your spacer or to the face of the rotor. It's going to help it prevent from getting stuck on there if you plan on keeping these on for a long time. For demonstration purposes, we're not going to do that, but it's definitely something you could look into at home. So now we'll go ahead and get our spacer on. I'm just going to line that up with our factory lug studs here. Make sure that's nice and flush. Now, another thing to note is you definitely want to apply some blue Loctite to your factory lug studs. Again, for demonstration purposes, this is coming back off. We're not going to do that, but you definitely want to do that at home. This is going to help hold it in place. Blue Loctite, not red. You definitely want to be able to take these off with minimal struggle. The red's going to give you a time. So we'll grab our provided lug nuts here. Go ahead and thread those onto our factory lug studs. So now we'll go ahead and grab our 19mm deep wall socket here. Make sure it's a thin wall. The impact sockets traditionally won't fit in here. We'll go ahead and tighten these down. Now you do want to do the same pattern as tightening your wheels, the star pattern. Now after you finish tightening these down, you want to go ahead and refer to your manufacturer's specific torque setting for all of your hardware. Then we can go ahead and install our wheel and repeat the same process for the other wheels. So now that we have our spacers on, we can go ahead and reinstall our wheel onto our new lug studs. Go ahead and reinstall our lug nuts. We can go ahead and tighten our lug nuts back down. And once you have all these tightened down, we can go ahead and lower the car back to the ground. And once you have the car back on the ground, you can go ahead and torque your lug nuts to the manufacturer recommended torque spec, then go ahead and repeat the same process for your other wheels. Alrighty guys, that about wraps up our review and install of our Eibach 20mm Pro Spacer hub-centric wheel spacers for your 10 to current Camaro. Thanks for watching, and as always, for everything Camaro, keep it right here at AmericanMuscle.com.